Hey guys, Nix here. I've been inspired by watching some people's videos, True Puka, the True Puka I should say, and Starfed Rogue among them, to state where I'm coming down in this ever-evolving, look, there's a kitten behind me, in this ever-evolving debate between the rationalists and the theists here on YouTube. I hesitate to use so black and white terminology, but I think you're pretty much all aware of where I'm coming from by now. Yeah, I am not a history buff. I've been watching some of the True Puka's videos, and his intrinsic knowledge of history far surpasses my own, and his ability to do the research and diligence in doing so also far surpasses my own. I'm not really a historian, so he does a very, very good job. I encourage you, anybody who sees this and hasn't seen his channel, you can go check him out, the True Puka. I'll favorite one of his videos, so he's easy to find on my channel. He does a really good job with the historical reference and knocking down some quote mining, and just generally does a very good job of picking apart the factual content of fallacious arguments, or we should say the lack of factual content. That's not really my strong point. I'm more of an arguing pragmatist when it comes to these things. I don't have a specific discipline in terms of history or science, say chemistry or astronomy, that is my real strong point. So I really feel like I'm going to declare my intent right now. While folks who are my betters in those fields can have their fun and pick them apart, and I will watch and rate your videos, and I will love them all the time, I'm going to come down to the pragmatic intent of people's arguments. And I think I've been trying to do that, maybe just subconsciously, in the last couple I've made. Specifically when people just stand things up in public like that, I think there is an easy coin to flip as to whether you want to say, well, your historical reference is wrong. Here's why. Here are the sources. Here are the people that actually interviewed the subject, and the intent that you are using the quote for is false. That's the factual side of it. And then there's the, why are you even arguing this? Because when you make an argument against, and I know I went on about this a little bit in my last video, but when someone makes an argument against teaching evolution in schools because it's indoctrinating children, that can be applied to anything. Then fine, I can say that teaching anything, I mean, your sex ed classes, your PE, well, I know they don't have PE in most California schools anymore. Oh, thank God we stopped them from getting some exercise, right? But I could say then, likewise, that teaching children to play softball or soccer is indoctrinating them into a sport. What? I mean, what are you talking about, man? I just don't see where people come off arguing all of these inane things and making these vast straw man arguments. I guess that's kind of, I am the anti-straw man. Now I harp on and sound all pedantic and full of myself. So instead of more of me, how about a little kitten? Getting much bigger. Very rumbly. Very black, except on the belly. Okay guys, so I'm going to drop the dreaded tag here. Me and Piper are going to tag 5 people among my short subscriber list to state their intent as well. Think of it as the drawn bow. What are you aiming at, and what is your goal? If you could broadcast to millions, what would be the short statement of your intent? Without further ado, here's my 5. If you guys choose to respond, I'll be very pleased. If you don't, that's fine too. I'm not really too worried about it, but I suppose we can all have a really good time and make a short statement of what really drives us to make YouTube videos and what makes us feel like we're contributing some sort of knowledge to the general human experience. Here's my 5. I jotted them down on an envelope. Velcro Banana. I like your videos. I like your take on things. I like to hear what makes you tick. Rational Warrior. You've just got a few videos, but I really like your delivery and your style as well. You're a flashy kind of guy, and you make me happy. You've got a really forceful kind of presence about you. I like that. Tell me what's going on. The True Puka, of course, since I've just talked about you. I like your videos a lot as well, and you are, I mean, you must be scripting yourself. You're so eloquent. I can't see anybody pulling that off just on the fly. If you are, well, kudos to you, and you sir, are a badass. Alliance of Christ 1. I know the 1 is sort of extraneous, but you've got a lot to say, and I disagree with a lot of it, and I'd like to know I was a youth minister of a sort for a while, working in my high school and going to all the camps and stuff like that. And I sort of know where you're coming from, man. And I'd like to hear, if nothing else, how you feel about just your jumping out of the Christian populace as being a particular figure with very, very strong views. And despite what you say, a lot of Christians do not hold the literalistic view that you hold, and I'm curious to see like how you see yourself presenting your viewpoint and what your frame of reference is as well. Finally, Son is the father of man. The first video I made was in response to you, and I kind of feel like we've exchanged comments and we've sort of been watching each other since I started making videos a couple months ago, and you recently reposted a couple of yours too, and I'm curious to see where you see yourself coming from in the general debate as well. So there you go, guys. There's 5 tag. I'll appreciate seeing everybody's responses, and hopefully we can get a lively debate going. Everybody subscribe to everybody. Everybody I've mentioned. I mean, if you haven't seen their videos, go check them out and subscribe, and let's see if we can't all exchange some ideas and have some fun. In the meantime, pet the cat. It will make you feel better. Nix out.